This is Colin Dijs, and in this video you'll see a live masterclass recording. For the entire month of December, every day I will give you a specific part of the masterclasses. I will prepare a playlist to the site, so no matter when you're watching this, you can click on the playlist, go to the next video, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, until the masterclass is completed, and then there will be a next one available. If you want to attend these masterclasses live with me, ask your questions all about native ads, check the link in the description below for very affordable group coaching. I hope you enjoy, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments below. Recording. This is Colin Dijs. Today is the 26th of October. It's almost November already. Audience behavior patterns. Let me pull up the sheet so we can get started. Anybody here today who doesn't know what the audience behavior patterns are or what it means before we get started? Basically, one of the most important things in the entire creative process is something you will have to learn. Let me remove all my crypto stuff. Recording. I've been so close to my goal. My goal this year was 100 grand profit. And an hour ago, I was on 99,945, and then it went down again. $42 away from my goal. Anyway, all good. We'll get there. The audience behavior patterns. To understand the people we are marketing towards is extremely important. It will not be something you will understand quickly. Usually it will take time. And through the process, we take into consideration the big lines first, and then we move from a macro to micro level the longer you market towards the audience, right? So the audience is the central focus, right? We will focus today on the big 3 influences in our decision making. Murat? Big 3?
Big 3 of the audience behavior patterns would be religion.
Yes.
Politics. And culture.
Perfect. Thank you. See, I knew that I had to ask you. Usually we start with the culture. So it's everything within our close community, within the greater community, or within the country, within the province, wherever you are. The culture is a pattern of foods you like, foods you eat, things you do that are normal within your culture and community, which might be different from others. So they interact and they influence your decision-making towards certain things. Religion, obviously, combined with culture, is one of the big movers. There are certain religions that exclude things and include other things. Basically, I think almost every religion, which on the decision-making process, if you're trying to sell pork in a Muslim country, it's going to be quite difficult to get it to sell, at least for food consumption, right? Murat, is there anything else you can do with pork except maybe stab it? I don't think you can utilize it much, right?
Yeah, leather maybe.
Oh, leather. All right. Well, unless you are a leather worker, then that would be an option, definitely. The politics, I would say, is definitely nowadays one of the strong ones, right? That influence our decision making. Are you with or against the government? Is quite a movement, but also how you vote in terms of the left wing, the right wing, wherever you want to go, right? So these 3 factors will usually decide on where the audience moves and how they behave. Consume or not consume, participate or not participate. When you have movement, basically in the market, you will have one primary mover, which basically automatically means that all behind it moves at the same time, right? So for example, Kim Kardashian says that she's now Muslim, she doesn't eat pork anymore. All of a sudden, hundreds of thousands of people don't want to eat pork anymore, right? So it's her as a statue figure, as an influential being. But we could also say any prime minister can lay rules, but it's not on a culture level, it's on a politic level. Any bishop can do it for a religion basis, and that's how change occurs, right? You can imagine, let's assume there's no Bibles in the world, and the fucking Pope says that every Catholic needs to buy a Bible, and you sell Bibles, you'll be a billionaire, right? So there's obviously a benefit of following that audience. Does that make sense for everybody? I think this is still quite simple. Now, the real question is, you have these three aspects. Now you need to know a little bit about everything, which is the difficult part. You know about you, right? You know, or you might not even have thought about it. But as a marketer, you should at least be aware of where you're from, what your decision-making is like, and what the decision-making of people around you is like. Now, it's quite difficult to comprehend somebody from the other side of the world who doesn't want to buy your shit. Why? That's the big question, right? That they must have a specific reason for this, but you might not be able to relate because you don't understand anything about their culture, their religion, or politics that play. And when I say politics, obviously the second layer is like all these things influence economic movement, right? So that's quite important. Now let's start off with a little fun assignment because the interaction is always good to get things going. Anybody has a product? Pablo?
A product like? For the sake of
anything. Doesn't have to be a specific offer. It might be anything you would be able to sell to anyone.
A book.
What kind of book?
A religion.
He wants to keep it edgy, yeah? Everybody is always quite tense when it's about the religion topic. Okay, just pick a religion, my friend.
I don't know.
There's not that many to choose from who have a holy book.
I have no clue, really, because I don't know what
you can choose the Jews, you can choose the Christians, or the Muslims. I think those are
the Christians.
The Christians are playing it safe. Okay, perfect. The Christians. Oh, good. The Christians. Okay, so I assume with the Christians, we're more in like the European region.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have no clue because apparently there are a lot of Christians around the world. Who here has no religion? Let me keep it focused on the people who have no religion. Not that many. Okay, Mr. Sun, Dijs. Okay, good. That's not that many. Good for you guys. Mr. Sun, let's move to you. Yeah. When we talk about the Christian's holy book, which would then be the Bible, right? Holy Bible. Where was I going with this? Pablo, you fucked me up. Hang on. The product, the holy book. All right. Now you are in Canada. Yes, Mr. Sun?
Yes.
Where I would say there's quite an open culture. You can do what you want. You can sell what you want. Now, if you would go onto the street and approach people with the Bible, or at least anywhere in your country, I don't think people will take huge offense towards that gesture, right?
Right.
Okay. Let's say that in a Christian country, right, where would you be able to always find a Bible?
To the church.
Okay, church. I would assume that's correct, but a little too obvious, right? What is another place that you could always find a Bible in a Christian country? Which surprised me, right? It's just something I learned by studying the audiences.
Yeah, Alvin just mentioned the hotels.
The hotels. So Alvin, if you want to speak, I would appreciate if you could turn on your camera for one. And then you could also just say it by, if I could see you on camera, you could raise your hand and then I could tell you, Alvin, you can speak, and then you can speak. And then you would say hotel, which I would say, perfect. Yes, it's a hotel. So when you go into the nightstand of a Christian country, there's always a Bible in the drawer, right? Which is kind of fun, interesting, because well, they do it to help, right? Not to pressure you into reading the book, but it's more they try to assist you. Quite interesting, because this is a specific behavior of the audience to show people that they're Christian, right? To offer you the opportunity to read the book if you're not a Christian, and to assist you the most if you are a Christian and you don't have the book, to read the book whenever you want to, right? 3 levels. It's their culture to provide it to people that do not follow their religion. It's their religion to spread their religion. And it's the assumed politics that you're allowed to spread that book in the cupboard, and you're not going to destroy it as a being there, right? Of an opposing religion. So it touches upon all 3 points. Is it difficult to sell a holy book in a country where the religion is not present? 100%, right? It depends on where you would sell it though, because religion is a touchy subject in terms of people who take offense in other religions. Most religions preach that there should be acceptance of other religions, right? That everybody is free. But the problem with these books is that they're open to interpretation, right? The same way you as a marketer can push things open to interpretation. All right, let's remove the product of the holy book, because I wanted to do an assignment and I already know we will get stuck, which is not a good thing. So we need a different product. Jijin, what are we going to sell?
A supplement, maybe?
A supplement. All right, that's always a good one. What kind of supplement?
Weight loss.
Weight loss? Oh, that's easy. Okay, weight loss. Anything nutra related, whether it's keto, stuff, it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's talk about specific countries, why and why not. Yeah. One by one, we'll go. Don, can you talk? Are you at work? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which country would we not target for weight loss nutra?
Ooh. I don't know.
You're a smart guy.
No,
you know. People who don't have food, we probably do not need to target for weight loss supplements.
Okay. So poor countries?
Yeah. So let's say lowest, probably lowest 20% GDP. Right. So we're going to exclude those. Their combination of economics based on these 3 patterns conclude in that they have no money to afford the supplement, because they don't even have money for food, right? So they have natural weight loss. Sorry, very dark humor. Which countries would we include?
The rest, like 80%.
Really? So let me say, Don, if you could select 3 countries that would you think weight loss would work the best in, which one would you pick?
Okay. That would be United States, Mexico, and maybe Canada.
Okay, what's the argument?
Well, I know US and Mexico, a while back they had a study with like the highest obesity rates, and then Canada was yes.
And how come that they have the highest obesity rates?
Unhealthy diets. Okay.
Yes. And how come they have unhealthy diets?
Processed